Okay, guys, this is Brandon from Galaxydoc Market. Today is Sunday, March 30th, 2025. It's about 8:45 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. A lot to talk about. I'm going to try to get to the point and deliver you yet another market analysis for the week coming up, ending on April 4th, 2025. I can't believe March is already over. Title of the presentation today is Gold is at 3100 plus, warns a bigger market crash ahead. And here's the disclaimer. Please pause it and read it. And if you agree, please move forward. Here's my shameless plug on x.com/Galaxydoc Market. Lots of great stuff, real time, that I can't do on YouTube or anywhere else. Please follow me there. A lot of discussions that you might find interesting. All right, so black swans are everywhere, right? And the biggest one being gold hitting 3100 plus before pulling back a little bit and finishing the day around 3082. And that's important fact is that we are at historical highs, and yet gold is still suppressed at these levels because Bitcoin is still trading well above $84,000. And we know that gold is a hard asset that is basically precious. Okay, so rising inflation, the numbers came out. It's basically, it's continuing. And despite what President Trump is saying, inflationary pressures still exist. He's talking about gas prices coming down. It has not come down. Like I said, it's a cosmic battle. And we'll find out how much credibility this Trump administration has. There's some questionable stuff that he's doing right now. But we just got to hope and pray that he is doing what he says he's going to do and that his intentions are good. Are there gold audit at Fort Knox still happening? What's going on after chirping about it for weeks on end? It just went silent as gold is hitting practically all-time highs every single day. And so there is a warning. A lot of the geopolitical stuff I won't even mention anymore. And so they all exist. Okay, so this is the warning. And main thing is that the dead cat bounce is over now. So let's look at the market technical picture first before we delve into anything else. And first and foremost, last week we had a market at extreme fear level at 23. So we ticked down a little bit to 22, and that still remains. Market crashes occur in extreme fear. It does not occur when the market is bullish, super bullish, or topping. Market bottom drops out when there is sufficient amount of fear and capitulation takes place. And sorry about that. I had to clear my throat. But that hasn't taken place even in the last 3 weeks as the market was dropping slowly and methodically. That is not a sign of a market that has become very parabolic to the downside, right? It's not volatile enough. Okay, there was not a sign of capitulation, and thus we predicted the dead cat bounce, and that's what came on Friday. All of that changed. We'll go over that in the stock market analysis in the technical section, but we are at extreme fear. Market crashes occur in the realm of extreme fear, folks. Okay. And then, of course, really nothing has changed. This is from last week, and this is from Friday's close. On the 28th of November right here. I mean, yeah, we dropped down a little bit, so we finished lower than last week just by a hair. But basically unchanged. We know that we're in a topping process, and I've been belaboring this point, right? This is what happens before we get these big flushes historically. This is from 2008 financial crisis, and this is from the 2022. And of course, we had the pandemic crash right here, but that never really got up here. That was more of an exogenous event, and everybody freaked out. But we are now hitting these upper trend levels, and after that, we expect a bigger drop, but it doesn't drop in a straight line, right? I mean, we had weeks where we had these big drops and then try to have some relief recovery, and that's exactly what we had. Can there be a little more? Maybe, but I think that there has to be some flush going down. Basically, as my title says, gold is telling you something, okay? So here's my super cycle analysis. This is from last week. This is from November 28th weekend. And we said, hey, look, you know what? The relief bounce is going to come. And it did. And so from there, I said, hey, it's going to be short-lived. And so we had the relief bounce, and then we topped out, and then, boy, we got a doozy of a candle right here. And, you need to pay attention to that. This ain't over, folks. Okay? All right, and then the VIX, obviously, I said, hey, look, it's going to probably hit like 1680, 1665. Well, we hit 1688, and we bounced, and of course, we got our buy signal from my crush indicator, and we're moving higher. And so that's something that, what the hell? Something that we are keenly aware of. And so basically, technical-wise, it's formed a nice little cup right here, and we just need to break out above there for the parabolic moves in the market to happen. The issue is that the market has not shown any signs of capitulation yet. I call it the whoosh. You'll feel it when you see it. For those of you that haven't lived through any crashes, it's coming. What happened in the last 3 weeks was a slow, methodical market correction as the market makers are holding up the markets as they position themselves sufficiently for that whoosh that is about to come. Okay. McClellan Summation Index, again, this is from last week, and this is this week. And I've said, hey, look, nothing really has changed. We do have this little blip down, and so the crash is going to resume this week. There's a lot of room for this to fall all the way back down here, and I think it's going to go lower once this gets going. Patience is key, but you got to watch that gold, right? So let's see what's going on with the S&P 500 technicals, okay? And review past and present stocks in focus. Okay, so let's go and look at that right now. Okay, let me bring this down. All right, folks. Here it is. Let's start with SPY. Let's go with, where's my, let's start with SPY. Why not? Okay, so I'm just going to keep it to the weekly because I'm trying to save time here. I'll try to keep my commentaries to a minimum so you guys get the full benefit. I know you guys have attention span of a fruit fly at this point. So I'm going to try to cut it down. But basically, this is what's happening. RSI, super bearish, right? There is no momentum. There is no divergence. It's completely directional. We went right up to that 80 MA like we talked about last week. And now we're sitting right on this major support level. I think we finished the Friday just slightly below there. Look at all this vacuum area. And these are the levels that we are looking for it to target once we get going on this, when the momentum starts shifting. So what are other indicators showing? Obviously, the biggest volume is on the sell side, folks. Okay, we had a little, even with that relief rally attempting, it basically was a distribution day. MACD histogram is completely negative. We are fully directional to the downside. Yes, we are, again, on the CCI, continuing to show these oversold levels. Remember, crashes occur at these extreme oversold levels when everyone expects a bounce. And the bounce came and gone at this point. I mean, it's just not going to happen, folks. PPO ADX, okay, still showing a negative divergence, showing that we may be going down sooner than later. And then, of course, accumulation distribution, pay attention to this. We've pretty much topped, and we're showing some divergences. And obviously, we're looking for some ATR, average true range, to either break up or start breaking down, and consistently showing that we will have a market change direction. Okay, so let's go look at gold, because that's what we really want to do. There's nothing specific that we need to talk about. I mean, RSI is super bullish. We broke out above this overhead resistance level. We are now moving ahead, 30.82. That's a breakout, folks. Okay, super, super important. And so we need to pay attention to this, because gold does not go up like this, defying all market conditions, unless there is some dislocation coming, whether it be geopolitical, whether it's policy error by the Fed, which is not a U.S. government agency, private bank for profit, by the way. They've lost all credibility. We talked about that last time. The issue is gold is telling you that there's more pain ahead for the economy and that there's something bad headed our way. And this is all this is telling you. Okay. So if you don't see this for what it is and prepare, okay, there's no time for bullishness at this point. Silver. Silver is the most manipulated hard asset in the world, right? Yet we broke above our 33.22 level. So we broke out above from this level, and now we're finding support right here, and RSI is positive. But once silver gets going, it's going to be like gold on steroids, and so you got to be a little patient with this. But once it goes, it's going to go. And if we can just finish the week above 35, okay, or just, a couple of days, put together a string of $35 days, $42 target is in sight. Okay, so you heard it from me first. All right, talked about Lulu, our group. Basically, this is our trade of the week. We played the earnings and also post earnings, all for 12x trade. Lulu is a pretty obvious trade. We talked about back in I think November, October-ish, that we were, bottoming, and we did. And then it basically started moving down, and then we called for another relief bounce, and now double top. It was an obvious trade. Look at that gap down here. Okay, that's awesome for those of you that took it. Congrats. Let's look at on the weekly. Pretty easy to see that the market had topped. You have like these triple top divergences, and then we obviously have these RSI that's super negative. There's more meat on this bone, folks, okay? Because if we break down below 280, we are headed right into this 233 area. And so just because it dropped big time, look at what it does. Let it bounce a little bit. Maybe it tries to retest down up back into this 50-period moving average. And if it fails there, that's an entry, okay? Apple. Okay, I'm going to be showing you other stuff, but Apple really has signaled, which is really the market, double top, breaking out, RSI is negative, divergent, and now we're entering into our volatility box, at least to the 214. I think we have a clear shot at 210 at least this week, especially if this crash resumes, like I think it's going to. MACD histogram is negative, and we're about to make a death cross below the neutral zero level. Okay, Deutsche Bank. We have positions on this. We're talking about this. We topped, folks. There's something sinisterly wrong about Deutsche Bank, and with the TNX, which I'm not going to talk about here, 10-year yield. All banks are in trouble. Look at JP Morgan Chase, Deutsche Bank. We'll go over that in a bit. Found little support at 20 SMA. I think this is coming right down. There's just gaps everywhere in this manipulated stock. Gaps. All right. If you don't think these gaps are going to get filled, I have news for you. All right. All over the damn place. All right. And we had a MACD death cross. That's all I need to talk about on Deutsche Bank. Costco is another one of those buggers. Perfect timing right now. Great entry. We're going to be looking at this as a group. Failed right near the 20 SMA. We are finding support right at the 80 MA. I think we start crashing down. There's a gap that needs to be filled everywhere. Okay, and when Costco goes, consumer demand destruction, this is the one. This is the one that's been holding out fairly strong. Even though we broke down, this dead cat bounce is over. We talked about gold. Let's talk about XRP. For those of you that are basically crying about this, we talked about it, all the cryptos possibly pulling back. All this is a nice little bear flag, okay? And so what we got is we still have positive divergence. Yes, we basically talked about this negative divergence on the RSI. That's why we said there's going to be a pullback, but this is a buying opportunity, folks. Okay, this is where you accumulate XRP. All right. Can there be a little more pullback? Yes. Okay. Yes, absolutely. We can pull back all the way down to here and we'll be fine. But regardless, everything is negative. And I think there's some more selling pressure, but these cryptos falling right now is foretelling of a bigger market crash that's coming, right? I mean, look at all this. Okay. We talked about this. PPO ADX is negative right here, forming this inverted cup, and that is a bearish sign. Okay. So, what are we doing after this then? What are we doing to take advantage of this? Well, so we talked about what XRP is doing. We're not talking about Bitcoin or XDC because they're both down. But I want you to know that XRP is the real world reserve currency, and they don't want you in it. Okay, we predicted this pullback. You need to accumulate here. Not financial advice, but that's something that we need to do. So, in a nutshell, I want to talk about, before I talk about these. Let me go over. Sorry, you're seeing my my watch list for the week. Let me just go over. Okay, these are my crush indicators. All right, we just got a sell signal on Apple. That's why we talked about it. Restoration Hardware reports earnings. I think it's going to have the same fate. And this is one of those sticky stocks. Same fate as Williams-Sonoma, Lulu, or Decker. Just came out with earnings, and they were horrific. Okay, Lulu, still more meat on this bone. Wait for a little bounce. Costco, ready to fall, folks. Look at that. Nice little sell signal right here, right? Chevron. Yeah, Chevron had a massive rally. However, I think that's going to be short-lived, and we just got a sell signal on Chevron. Federal Express. Okay, it's about to get a sell signal, and that's something that you want to look at these at the near top, not when they're like super sold off. NetEase. Okay, this is something we're looking at. SAM and Tesla, ready to fall again after bouncing a little bit. United Healthcare, lots of fraud here, folks. BKNG, ready to fall. AutoZone, very, very sticky stock, right? I think we're about to get a sell signal here. Chipotle, sell signal received. Okay, we're still early in the cycle. O'Reilly, about to get a sell signal. Look at this. Our 50-day moving average curling over. All right. Deutsche Bank, I talked about this. 10-year yield rising. Deutsche Bank is the biggest fraud of them all in the banking sector. And, of course, JP Morgan Chase. Just got a sell signal. Lots of meat left on the bone. All right, so that's kind of what we're looking at. Gold is breaking out, telling you something bad is headed this way. Fed is either incompetent or they're doing this on purpose. You got to accumulate XRP or Bitcoin and XDC on these pullbacks. Silver is on deck. Be patient with us. But when silver goes, it's going to be like gold on steroids, okay? We're going to take out that 42 in no time. If we could just hold that 35 level. Okay, so basically what we got is dead cat bounces over. U.S. bond is under pressure, despite what the Fed is saying, despite what Trump is saying. I'm not sure what Trump is doing right now. Fed is trapped. Gold hits all-time high, hit about 3,100 plus. Silver has yet to break out. It's struggling to hold that 35. I believe we're going to chop around there, and then once we clear that 35 level, we're going to 42. I think at this, probably in the next few weeks, it's possible for us to hit somewhere between $60 to $80. Okay. XRP and Bitcoin under pressure is telling you that there's bigger market dislocation coming. Lulu was a big winner for the shorts after earnings. 15x trade, folks. Also, SPY was not bad on Friday either. We're long gold, silver, VIX, XRP, XDC, and Bitcoin by the dips. Short watch is SMCI, Apple. SMCI, big fraud, folks. Restoration Hardware reports earnings this week. Federal Express ready to roll over. Economy is not good. If economy is not good, people aren't sending packages. Lulu cratered. Look for a little bounce. There's more meat on that bone. Carvana is ready to crack, folks. Okay, used car manufacturers supplying their own loan. If you notice that the used car subprime market default rates are skyrocketing. CVX, Chevron. Okay, despite what everyone says, oil price has not come down. However, CVX looks like it's ready to roll over. Chinese stock here, NetEase, looks like it's topped. Okay, Sam Adams. Short the crap out of it. Tesla, I think it's done. Relief bounce. It's ready to fall. And world hates Elon Musk and Tesla right now. Short any bounces. United Healthcare, fraud. Greedy medical industrial complex play here. Short the crap out of that one on any bounces. Relief bounces over. Listen to what gold market is telling you. Thank you so much for watching this. Follow me at Galaxydoc Market. I'm trying to transition to Twitter, x.com, and I will continue to post on YouTube, but that's where all the action is. But please subscribe here, like us. I'm still going to post here on YouTube. Like us, share us, comment, and if you want to learn about working with me, you gotta email me at coachbrandon@protonmail.com or hit me up on WhatsApp at Galaxydoc Market. And otherwise, be careful out there. Don't fall for this dead cat bounce. Dead cat bounce is over. All right, let's get some alpha. Bye-bye.